WWE just made a massive mistake, and I'm about to expose exactly why Damian Priest's last-minute contract renewal is the most backwards decision this company has made in years. While everyone's celebrating this so-called victory, I'm here to tell you the truth that WWE doesn't want you to know. This isn't just about one wrestler's contract, this is about everything that's wrong with WWE's talent management, and why decisions like this are destroying the company from the inside out. Welcome guys, today WWE re-signed superstars, and I'm not celebrating. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more real wrestling news that other channels won't give you. Let me start with the elephant in the room that everyone's ignoring. Damian Priest should not have been WWE's priority for a multi-year deal. I don't care how unpopular this opinion is, someone needs to say it. While WWE was scrambling to keep Priest happy with creative control demands and last-minute negotiations, they've been letting actually valuable talent walk out the door without so much as a counteroffer. In the ever-evolving landscape of WWE contracts, the recent re-signing of top star Damian Priest has sent shockwaves through the wrestling world, but not for the reasons you think. With just days remaining before his contract expiry in February, Priest's decision to commit to WWE for the foreseeable future has sparked intrigue and speculation among fans and insiders alike, but what it's really done is expose WWE's completely backwards priorities. Think about this logically for just 1 second. WWE waited until the last possible moment to secure a guy who, let's be honest, has been handed everything on a silver platter. Meanwhile, where was this urgency when genuinely talented wrestlers like Ricochet were considering their options? Where was this desperate scrambling when other superstars were actually drawing money and creating buzz? As reported by Fightful Select, the negotiations between Damian Priest and WWE came down to the wire, with the deal being finalized mere days before his contract was set to expire. But here's what they're not telling you, this wasn't some strategic business move. This was panic. Pure, unadulterated panic from a company that's lost all sense of what actually matters in professional wrestling. Despite the looming deadline, both parties were keen on reaching an agreement, signaling WWE's commitment to retaining one of its top talents. But, top talent? Are we living in the same reality? When did mediocrity become the new standard for what WWE considers essential talent? Sources within the company revealed that discussions had been ongoing for several months, reflecting the significance of Priest's role within WWE's roster. Let me break down what several months of negotiations actually means in WWE speak. It means Priest and his representatives held this company hostage, making demand after demand while WWE's executives bent over backwards to accommodate every single request. And for what? A guy who's never consistently moved the needle, never been a legitimate draw, and wouldn't be missed if he disappeared tomorrow. Here's where this whole situation becomes absolutely infuriating, and I guarantee this is going to make your blood boil. One of the key aspects of the new contract was Priest's desire for creative control over his entrance theme. This request was not only granted by WWE but was also met with enthusiastic approval from within the company. Let me repeat that because I know some of you probably think you misheard. Damian Priest demanded creative control over his entrance music, and WWE said yes. Not only did they say yes, they were apparently enthusiastic about it. This is the same company that's micromanaged every single aspect of their top stars' presentations for decades, suddenly giving creative control to a guy who's never proven he can handle the responsibility. The positive reception to Priest's new theme highlights the collaborative nature of WWE's creative process and the importance of empowering talent to express themselves authentically. But here's the problem, WWE isn't giving this collaborative approach to wrestlers who've actually earned it. Where was this creative freedom when CM Punk was begging for it? Where was this collaborative spirit when other wrestlers were asking for basic creative input? What this really shows is that WWE's creative process isn't collaborative at all, it's completely arbitrary and based on whoever can hold out longest in contract negotiations. It's not about talent, it's not about drawing power, it's about who's willing to play hardball when their contract expires. Everyone keeps bringing up WrestleMania 40 like it's some kind of validation for this contract decision. Priest's decision to re-sign with WWE comes at a pivotal moment in his career, following his monumental victory at WrestleMania 40 where he cashed in his Money in the Bank contract to capture the World Heavyweight Championship. But let's talk about what actually happened at WrestleMania 40. Priest didn't earn that championship through months of compelling storytelling or by proving himself as a main event talent. He won because WWE needed someone, anyone, to cash in a briefcase, and Priest happened to be holding it. That's not a monumental victory, that's circumstantial booking. With his star on the rise, it's clear that WWE sees Priest as a cornerstone of its future plans, evidenced by the multi-year deal that was ultimately agreed upon. His star on the rise? Based on what metrics? Television ratings during his segments? Pay-per-view buy rates? Merchandise sales? Social media engagement? Because I can guarantee you that none of these numbers support the narrative that Priest is some kind of rising star. The reality is that WWE has artificially inflated Priest's importance by putting a championship on him, and now they're using that manufactured importance to justify a contract that makes no business sense. It's circular logic at its finest, and it's exactly the kind of backwards thinking that's holding this company back. Let's talk about the elephant in the room that nobody wants to address, the money. While WWE won't reveal the exact financial terms of Priest's new deal, industry insiders are suggesting it's a significant multi-year commitment with substantial guaranteed money. And that's absolutely insane. WWE is paying premium money for a wrestler who's never been a consistent ratings draw, never been a merchandise mover, and never been someone fans actively seek out. Meanwhile, they're letting proven money makers walk away because they won't meet similar financial demands. The disconnect is staggering. But what does this mean for the landscape of WWE moving forward? As the company continues to navigate a shifting industry landscape, securing the commitment of top talent like Damian Priest is essential for maintaining its position as a global leader in sports entertainment. Except Priest isn't top talent, and decisions like this are exactly why WWE is losing ground to competitors who actually understand value. With Priest's unique blend of athleticism, charisma, and in-ring prowess, he has the potential to be a major player in WWE for years to come. Unique blend of athleticism, charisma, and in-ring prowess? Are we watching the same wrestler? Because the Damian Priest I see is painfully generic in every possible way. While WWE was wasting months negotiating with Priest, they completely fumbled multiple opportunities to secure talent that would have actually made a difference. This is the same company that let Cody Rhodes' contract situation drag on unnecessarily, that mishandled negotiations with other legitimate stars, and that continues to undervalue wrestlers who actually connect with audiences. The message this sends to the locker room is absolutely toxic. It tells every wrestler that the squeaky wheel gets the grease, that holding the company hostage in contract negotiations is more valuable than actually performing at a high level. It rewards mediocrity and punishes excellence. Looking ahead, the WWE Universe can expect to see Damian Priest continue to make waves on Monday Night Raw, as he defends his World Heavyweight Championship against the best and brightest that WWE has to offer. But here's the problem, nobody actually wants to see those matches. The World Heavyweight Championship has become meaningless under his reign, and every defense feels like a chore rather than a main event. Whether it's in high-stakes championship matches or captivating storylines, Priest's presence will undoubtedly be felt across the entire WWE landscape. And that's exactly the problem. His presence is being felt, and it's dragging down the overall quality of WWE programming. What WWE isn't telling you is how this contract renewal has been received backstage. Multiple sources have indicated that several wrestlers are frustrated with the precedent this sets, especially considering the creative control aspects of the deal. When you give someone like Priest creative input over basic elements like entrance music, you're essentially telling more talented wrestlers that their creative ideas don't matter. The locker room dynamic is crucial to WWE's success, and decisions like this create resentment and division among the roster. Wrestlers who've been with the company longer, who've proven themselves more consistently, and who've actually contributed to WWE's success are watching a relative newcomer get preferential treatment for no apparent reason. This isn't just about one contract, it's about WWE's entire approach to talent management. When you reward mediocrity with premium contracts and creative control, you're sending a message that actual talent and performance don't matter. What matters is being willing to leverage your contract expiration date. Since winning the World Heavyweight Championship, Priest has systematically devalued one of WWE's most prestigious titles. His reign has been characterized by forgettable matches, uninspiring storylines, and a complete lack of star power. The championship feels less important now than it did when it was created, and that's directly attributable to Priest's failure to rise to the occasion. WWE's decision to not only keep Priest but to give him a multi-year deal while he's holding this championship sends a clear message that they're satisfied with mediocrity. They're comfortable with a World Heavyweight Champion who generates no buzz, moves no merchandise, and fails to elevate the wrestlers around him. The ripple effects of this decision will be felt for years. Every time WWE puts that championship on someone in the future, fans will remember the Priest era as a low point. The title may never fully recover from the damage done during his reign, and WWE's willingness to extend his contract suggests they don't understand or don't care about this problem. The most dangerous aspect of this contract isn't the money, it's the creative control precedent it sets. By giving Priest input over his entrance music, WWE has opened a door that can never be closed. Every wrestler renegotiating their contract going forward will demand similar creative input, and WWE will have no reasonable justification for denying those requests. This is how companies lose creative control over their own product. When wrestlers start dictating creative elements based on contract leverage rather than creative merit, the entire storytelling process becomes compromised. WWE's creative team, already struggling with consistency and long-term planning, now has to factor in contractual creative obligations that may not serve the overall product. The entrance music demand is just the beginning. What happens when Priest decides he wants creative input over his storylines? His opponents? His championship defenses? WWE has established that they're willing to negotiate on creative elements, and that's a dangerous precedent that will haunt them in future contract negotiations. In conclusion, Damian Priest's last-minute contract renewal with WWE signifies a vote of confidence in his abilities and a commitment to his ongoing success within the company. But it's the wrong vote of confidence at the wrong time for the wrong reasons. This decision exposes everything wrong with WWE's current talent evaluation process and their willingness to reward mediocrity over excellence. As he embarks on the next chapter of his WWE journey, fans can rest assured that the Archer of Infamy will continue to leave his mark on the world of sports entertainment, one electrifying moment at a time. Except there haven't been any electrifying moments, and there won't be any in the future because Priest fundamentally lacks the star quality necessary to create them. This contract renewal represents everything that's wrong with modern WWE, short-sighted decision-making, rewarding the wrong behaviors, and completely misunderstanding what actually drives success in professional wrestling. While other companies are focusing on developing genuine stars and creating compelling content, WWE is wasting time and money on wrestlers who will never move the needle. The worst part? This is just the beginning. Priest's contract sets a precedent that will influence every future negotiation, every creative decision, and every championship booking for years to come. WWE has essentially handcuffed themselves to a wrestler who's never proven he deserves the investment, and they're going to pay the price in declining ratings, reduced merchandise sales, and continued creative stagnation. Don't let anyone tell you this is a good decision. Don't let anyone convince you that Priest deserves this contract. And definitely don't let WWE gaslight you into thinking this represents some kind of positive development for the company. This is a mistake, plain and simple, and it's going to cost WWE dearly in the long run. What do you think about this disaster of a contract renewal? Are you as frustrated as I am with WWE's backwards priorities? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more real wrestling analysis that other channels won't give you. If you thought tonight's story was wild, trust me, What happens next will blow your mind. So don't stop now. Click on the video right here on your screen to continue the chaos, the drama, and the inside scoop only we deliver. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and join the Wrestling News CC family, where the real stories of WWE come to life. See you in the next one.